fix a big problem that some of that surgery created. Brooke Anderson has the story.
Sometimes when I'm just sitting there, my breasts hurt so bad, I just want to rip them off.
Shocking words from Heidi, but the size F implants put into her chest 4 years ago have led to a major health crisis.
When one surgery goes wrong, it doesn't just change a face. It detonates a life, careers crumble, identities distort, and fame turns predatory overnight. In Hollywood, a single incision can destroy everything: confidence, sanity, and the person you used to be. These 8 celebrities learned that the hard way. Ready to witness the fallout? Like and subscribe before the next face collapses. Blac Chyna didn't just wake up one morning looking like an Instagram filter that escaped containment. She built that look layer by layer, injection by injection, until the whole thing started collapsing under its own glossy weight. For years, she was the unofficial ambassador of surgically sculpted perfection, the kind of hyper-curated face and body that made people forget what human proportions even looked like. But then 2023 hit, and she hit that giant Hollywood-sized undo button like it owed her money. Fillers, dissolved, butt injections, gone, breast implants, reduced like a clearance sale. She told everyone she looked crazy, and honestly, the honesty was refreshing. Suddenly she wasn't selling glam. She was selling liberation from the glam. The industry stood there stunned as she ditched her entire plastic era to reclaim her actual face, her sanity, and apparently her soul, because cis-ed religion and sobriety were calling louder than Botox ever did. Her whole transformation turned into the ultimate plot twist. The girl known for more chose less, and somehow that became her most shocking look of all.
Recently, Heidi took us back inside the OR to fix a big problem that some of that surgery created. Brooke Anderson has the story.
Sometimes when I'm just sitting there, my breasts hurt so bad, I just want to rip them off.
Shocking words from Heidi, but the size F implants put into her chest 4 years ago have led to a major health crisis.
Heidi Montag didn't just go in for a little tune-up, she went full delete my face and start over mode. 10 procedures in one day. 10. Who does that? Apparently Heidi, strutting into the clinic like she was ordering the tasting menu of cosmetic disasters. New nose, brow lift, chin work, cheek work, giant implant upgrade. You name it, she got it sliced, lifted, stuffed, or suctioned. And when she stepped out afterward, the girl looked like a premium mannequin from the bargain bin. Not even the cute one, the slightly melted one.
Tell me what's happened to your back.
I have a ruptured disc in my neck. The nerves are pinching with the spine. And then I'm having severe back problems with my muscles on my right shoulder. And my spine is being pulled forward. That weight of my breasts, I've had numbness in my arm as well, pinched nerves because of everything. So my arm has been going numb on and off for
The world gasped, Twitter imploded, and the worst part? Heidi herself hated the result. She admitted she could barely survive the pain, her marriage went sideways, and she felt like she was trapped inside a body that didn't belong to her. The girl who dreamed of a glow-up got a full-blown identity crisis instead. Years later, she regrets everything. Every stitch, every scar, every fake promise of perfection. Heidi didn't just get plastic surgery, she became the industry's most tragic cautionary tale. Courtney Cox didn't mean to become the unofficial mascot for when fillers attack, but Hollywood pressure has a funny way of twisting even the most grounded celebs into overdone caricatures. One minute she was Monica Geller, beloved, witty, the queen of passive-aggressive cleaning. The next, she was stepping onto red carpets looking like she'd been laminated. Every year came another tweak. A little more filler, a little more smoothing, another procedure the dermatology menu convinced her she needed. Before long, fans were whispering, memes were cooking, and Courtney herself was staring at photos thinking, "What have I done?" That's when she pulled the plug. She reversed it all, dissolved everything, admitted she had completely lost the plot chasing an impossible version of youth. Hollywood broke her sense of reality, and she had to literally deflate her face to get it back. Now she's natural again, but that inflated era? Oh, the internet has it archived like a museum exhibit no one asked for. Reed Ewing's story wasn't vanity. It was pain disguised as improvement. While everyone saw the cute, goofy boyfriend from Modern Family, he was privately battling a vicious loop of body dysmorphia that convinced him his perfectly fine face needed fixing. One surgery led to another, then another, each one leaving him more swollen, uneven, and mentally cracked than before. The industry kept approving him for procedures instead of helping him, feeding the insecurity he was drowning in.
I mean, it was weird. It was kind of like sometimes I would think I was really handsome, sometimes I would think I was like hideously ugly.
One day he looked in the mirror and didn't see a person. He saw what he called a monster. That's when he finally broke the cycle. His brutally honest essay exposed the dark side of cosmetic culture. The surgeons who don't say no, the mental illness no one checks for, the pressure to stay camera perfect at all costs. His revelation shocked fans who had no clue his smile on screen was hiding a nightmare. It wasn't a vanity disaster, it was a cry for help wrapped in surgical tape. Priscilla Presley's plastic surgery era didn't just go wrong, it spiraled into one of the most infamous cosmetic disasters in celebrity history. She wasn't chasing something outrageous, just a little enhancement, maybe a refresh to maintain that classic beauty she was known for. But then came the so-called doctor, pushing experimental fillers that should have been nowhere near a human bloodstream. The aftermath was brutal. Ballooned lips, swollen cheeks, an uncanny waxy texture that turned every public appearance into tabloid ammunition. This wasn't overdoing it, this was being done dirty. She became a walking billboard for "do not let random men inject you," and the cruelty of the internet only made it worse. Every photo drop led to a new wave of chaos, with people genuinely asking if it was even her anymore. Years passed before the damage softened. But the legend of the botch? That stays in Hollywood's group chat forever.
You've had a lot of surgery,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I did.
So you've had a lot of things.
Cut, lifted, tucked.
So what have you done? What all did you do? You talk about it in the
All
book.
right.
You talk about it in the book.
I know. I've had facelift, neck done. Haven't had anything done to my eyes or lips. I never wanted those lippies.
Sharon Osbourne walked in wanting a subtle refresh, and walked out looking like she'd been blasted through a jet engine at 300 miles per hour. The facelift was so aggressively wrong that even she started roasting herself, harder than any tabloid ever could. One eye drooped, the other tightened, her mouth looked like it was mid-scream, and every angle screamed, "Who approved this?" She called the surgery disastrous, horrifying, and her biggest mistake. And coming from Sharon, who has lived through rock and roll chaos, that says everything. Even Ozzy begged her to stop messing with her face. When a man who casually bit a bat's head off tells you something is scary, yeah, time to reassess. For months, she dealt with pain, swelling, and photos she couldn't bear to look at. Red carpets turned into jump scares. Hollywood whispered about it for years. Sharon unintentionally became the poster child for maybe don't pull your face tighter than a guitar string.
Arms cut and lipoed. Legs lifted and lipoed. Tummy tuck. Bum lifted and a little implant put in. Oh, I had thingies put in here too, cheekies.
Jamie Lee Curtis's plastic surgery disaster hits harder than a horror movie jump scare, because this time, it was real. In her 20s, someone told her she had puffy eyes, and instead of brushing it off, she walked straight into a surgeon's office. What she expected, a tiny enhancement. What she got, permanent regret. The surgery left her feeling wrong. Not unique, not refreshed, just off. And that feeling spiraled into something even darker, an opioid addiction sparked by the post-surgery pain meds. She's talked openly about how that one procedure derailed years of her life. She now calls cosmetic enhancements generational erasers, dragging Hollywood's obsession with identical, frozen, soulless faces. And honestly, she's not wrong. Her own experience became the warning she wishes someone had given her back then. Jamie didn't need Michael Myers chasing her. The real horror was waking up after surgery and realizing she'd traded her confidence for something that didn't even make her look better.
I read that you said you felt you're not proud to admit that you've had work done. Why not?
We really want to talk about that?
Jane Fonda, legendary, powerful, glamorous, and still somehow not immune to Hollywood's anti-aging chokehold. She admitted to multiple facelifts over the years, but not all of them were the kind of ageless queen results she hoped for. At one point, she looked in the mirror and saw a face pulled tighter than her neon leotards from the 1980s. She's even joked that one surgery left her so stiff she worried she might scare her own grandson. Imagine being too snatched for your family. That's when you know something went sideways. Jane has been brutally honest about the regret. She said the work made her feel fake, like she'd betrayed her own message of confidence and self-acceptance. Hollywood pushed her into the surgeon's chair, and she walked out feeling further from herself than ever. Now she's all about natural aging, health, and being real. But the internet will never forget the facelift era where Jane Fonda briefly looked like a wax figure left in the sun. So here we are, in a world obsessed with perfection. These 8 cautionary tales remind us that beauty can warp, crack, and completely derail a life. Hollywood keeps selling the fantasy, but the faces tell the truth. Like and subscribe for more celebrity chaos.